Hey guys, this is ChampionSelect and today we will be covering Rumble the Mechanized Menace.
The champions which I'll be informing you of today are Yorick, Renekton and Galio. Click on their face if you want to skip ahead. Rumble, in my opinion, is the strongest bully champion in the game. His skills offer him soft CC and good poke damage, which helps him force his enemies to either leave lane or burn through their health potions. As I released this video, Riot released a bug fix that increased his Flame Spitter's damage output, and he is the champion with the highest win rate statistically. So let's put an end to this. In the lane phase, Rumble will look to harass his enemies whenever he can. He is rather weak until around level 4 onwards, but do not underestimate him. If he lands his Electro Harpoon on you, the slow will allow him to land his Flame Spitter, which will do a lot of damage. The Scrap Shield allows him to sponge some of the damage you'll return also. Rumble will aim to poke you down to force you to use your health potions, and ultimately he'll try to get you out of the lane phase and go back to base. In general, unless you are winning these trades, you should try your best to avoid them. You can't afford to leave lane often, or else you'll lose out on creep score, experience and global pressure. Due to the Flame Spitter's AoE damage, Rumble will normally push out his lane, so farming at your tower will not be too difficult. If Rumble has caused you to lose out on a lot of minions or experience, he's done his job in the lane phase. Another thing you should keep in mind is that Rumble snowballs very well. If he kills you in the early levels, you're going to struggle to not be bullied. Rumble benefits off of items incredibly. He will get free sustain from his Will of the Ancients and tanky utility from his Rylai's. After getting the extra slow from Rylai's, you'll find it hard to escape him if he lands any of his abilities, and he'll be able to land a lot of damage output onto you. Finally, Rumble's ultimate, the Equalizer, is one of the strongest ultimates in the game, if not the best. Usually, an ultimate offers either damage, crowd control, zone control or utility, so it's good to know that Rumble's ultimate offers all of them traits. To start, it's a huge AoE that deals a nice chunk of burst damage where it lands. Then anyone who walks over it will receive a powerful damage over time alongside being slowed. Finally, it creates a zone in which the enemy will not want to cross. This means it can be used to block off escape paths and such. I didn't even mention that the ultimate has an insane range, meaning even if a Rumble is lagging behind his team, he still has teamfight presence. Be careful hanging around with low health in the lane phase, as his ultimate is something that is hard to predict and it's a very strong finisher. For itemizing against Rumble, you're going to want to bring a lot of magic resistance. Other than just getting Mercury Treads, the items that you can build are more down to your champion. Abyssal Scepter, Hex Drinker and Banshees are all great items to pick up against Rumble. The Abyssal is great if you're a caster, as Rumble will be getting in close range of you, which means the debuff will affect him. Hex Drinker can save you from getting nuked by his ultimate if you're on low health, and Banshees can block the first Electro Harpoon, which should allow you to escape. Early magic resistance is great as it will allow you to stay in the lane and deny him poking you down. This is why Galio is very good against him, but we'll come to that in a minute. Before I discuss the champion counters, I want to make it clear that Rumble doesn't have a true counter. These champions are more so soft counters in that they have their own ways of dealing with him, but they can easily lose the lane. It's more down to the player behind the champion. Yorick is definitely Rumble's best counter. Your only issue should be mana management, so try your best to not run out of mana in the lane phase. This issue will be resolved as soon as you buy your Tear of the Goddess, however. Your Omen of Famine will overheal the pokes from Rumble, and if he ever gets close to you in an attempt to trade with the Flame Spitter, you can easily spam out all of your ghosts and punish him. With all of your ghosts active, you should be able to win any trade with Rumble. Your Ghouls are also extremely useful as they can take Rumble's Electro Harpoon for you, which is devastating for Rumble as this soft CC is essential for him to land his Flame Spitter consistently. Also, keep in mind that in this skirmish you should not be hit by either of his harpoons, which decreases Rumble's damage. Care for Rumble's Equalizer, as he can win a fight if he catches you out with it, and in the late game team fights, your Ghouls will annoy Rumble, however you'll probably not be focusing him down. The fact that you denied his bullying lane phase is where you've played well. Yorick should not really have to itemize against Rumble. If you are somehow losing the trades, you can consider picking up an item like Banshees, but this will probably never happen. Renekton is next, and in this matchup you have to bully the bully or be bullied. Essentially, you need to capitalise on Rumble's weak early levels and attempt to force him to play passively. If you use your Rage Bar optimally, you can easily chunk down Rumble at level 2 and deny him zone control. There should be no trade in which Rumble wins. Slicing and dicing through Rumble is a good idea in an attempt to avoid him landing his Electro Harpoons, and a tip is that if you level up before Rumble, go extremely aggressive. Renekton with 3 abilities will easily put a lot of hurt onto a level 2 Rumble. In the lane phase, Rumble will probably land some damage onto you, so use your Call the Meek within the minions to gain a lot of health back. Playing passively in this lane phase will result in Rumble bullying you from level 5 onwards. In teamfights, you'll probably not be focusing down Rumble. The only useful advice here is that you can use your slice to quickly escape Rumble's equalizer to minimise the damage it will deal. I recommend picking up Hex Drinker in this lane, as it will reduce Rumble's damage output on top of giving you that shield that can protect you from being finished off by the equalizer. The final champion I'll be talking about is Galio, who is usually seen as a counter mid champion, however he deals extremely well with Rumble. To start, Galio should be starting off with a huge amount of magic resistance from his runes and masteries, which will deny Rumble the ability to poke him down. Play your lane as a farm lane and you should be fine. A key part of Rumble's kit is movement speed, so that he can stick onto his target with his Flame Spear active. So if you see Rumble heading in to do this, use your Resolute Smite to decrease his movement speed and use Righteous Gust to get away. If he lands his Electro Harpoon, he can easily keep up with you however. You should find it relatively easy to land your Resolute Smite onto Rumble throughout the laning phase, as he will generally run straight up to you if he ever hits his Electro Harpoon, so that his Flame Spitter will damage you. In the late game teamfights, Galio if played wrong can allow Rumble to make a lot of big plays, so if you intend to play Galio against Rumble, keep a mental note of this. Idol of Durand is a great ultimate, and if you use it on Rumble before he activates his Flame Spear or uses his equalizer, you will have done fine for your team. But if you're in a full team fight and use it at a bad time, Rumble will easily take advantage of you. Idol of Durand will promote your team to stack up around it so that they can damage the enemies caught in it. This means Rumble can simply overlay it with his equalizer and now you hit your whole team who are all stood together, resulting in a lot of damage and control, which can easily turn the fight around. Also, if you taunt Rumble as he activates his Flame Spitter, he will be burning any of your teammates who are stood near you. So make sure you use your ultimate either to nuke down Rumble before he gets his skills off, or if you know Rumble is not available to turn the team fight around. For itemization as Galio, Abyssal Scepter is amazing. As mentioned earlier, Rumble will want to get close to you so that he can hit his Flame Spitter, thus he'll be walking into the range of the magic resistance debuff. Also, Galio's ultimate works really well with this item. Otherwise, Galio should be able to build a lot of magic resistance items due to his awesome passive, so he should be fine with a generic tanky AP build. This has been all for Rumble, and I hope you learnt a thing or two, as at the moment he is statistically the best champion in the game. Enjoy bullying some bullies, and look forward to a Counterjacks video next.